Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday and happy Juneteenth. And for those of you who choose the day Freedom Day, happy Freedom Day. I'm here with our incredible co-host, Jill Tracey and Derick Fleming. And we are going to be having a really, really good conversation. We have Spectacular Smith from Love and Hip Hop, Pretty Ricky, who will be joining us today at 10 a.m. And Derick's going to be with us for about 30 minutes. And we're going to start the day out with giving you guys just an intro of every morning we play one song that has Miami, South Florida ties. And so we're going to introduce you to Spectacular Smith and his hit song, Grind on Me, with his group Pretty Ricky. So I hope you guys enjoy that because he will be on the show at 10 a.m. Letting us know about his incredible business and how he's helping folks achieve their American dream. So here you guys go.
Pretty Ricky
with Grind on Me. All right, share the screen.
I missed some part of that conversation. I'm telling you, they're about to shut off this internet. Everybody's having problems.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. That is our special guest for today, Spectacular Smith, who will be joining us at 10 a.m. So I'm going to turn it over to what happened, Jill?
I said right after our very special guest, the 9 o'clock hour. Wow, are we buffered again? Trump is up to his shenanigans. This shit is about to be over. We're going to just go to these screens tomorrow and there's not going to be anything there but his picture. I'm convinced. Out of control.
What happened?
I don't know. Just like buffered. It was just like, it just went static.
Well, yeah. So I'm going to introduce Mr. Derick Fleming. Today is Juneteenth. So this is our Juneteenth special. And Mr. Derick Fleming is a partner, co-owner of Red Rooster. If you guys haven't heard of Red Rooster, I'll pull some stuff up while he introduces himself so you guys can have a better idea of the brand. Mr. Fleming?
How you guys doing this morning?
Great.
Good. Wonderful.
Good. Happy Juneteenth.
Indeed. Thank you.
Yes.
So for those who aren't familiar with Red Rooster, it is a seminal restaurant. If you've never been to New York, you have heard of Sylvia's and Red Rooster. So, and if you have been to New York, you have spent many a good times at both. I have spent many a lovely brunch at Red Rooster, and I'm very pleased to meet you. And I'm so glad that you all are here in Overtown. The historic, those of you who are on from somewhere else, Overtown is the historic African American district in really all of South Florida, south of Edenville. It was not destroyed like Tulsa, which is an education you're going to get all weekend since 45 is on his way there. And we really have kind of like shaded over the significance of what he's doing. But we'll get back to that. So Red Rooster, Marcus Samuel's son, you all will know from co-hosting with me the Miami Gardens Wine and Food Festival. What was that, the second year or the third year? Wonderful chef. And maybe I hope that many of you all saw when he took, oh my goodness, his name is escaping me right now. He took him home with him. Oh my goodness. Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain?
He took Anthony Bourdain. That was just one of the most incredible specials. And it was just a wonderful journey. I don't know if you can still get it on the Food Network, but
yeah, you can.
Wife took Anthony Bourdain to in Ethiopia, and it was just really beautiful. So if you go on the Food Network, and I'm sure that you'll find it. And so I'll give you some background on Marcus Samuelson, and Derick will give us some background on how they became partners and what they are bringing to South Florida.
Yeah, well, Marcus and I actually met. So my background is in real estate development. Born and raised in California, South Central Los Angeles. Then coming out of Berkeley, I started doing real estate development in Bayview, Hunters Point, which is a historic African-American community in the Bay Area, in San Francisco. So, and then I moved to Harlem shortly after my stint of developing in San Francisco, and met Marcus. And this was literally 20 years ago. And Marcus has just won Best Chef, New York City, got his James Beard Awards, his, youngest stars from the New York Times. He was the youngest person to ever get 3 stars from the New York Times. So that was the point that I met Marcus. We became friends, the group of brothers. We all kind of got together and hung out in New York City. And as Marcus, continued to build and his career in culinary and restaurants, and become really sort of a leading thought leader in the culinary field and the space. I was on my development track in real estate development and developing in Harlem, residential and commercial. And then after business school, Marcus and I decided to come together business and to build Rooster. This was in 2010. And so we pulled together, and I designed and built out Harlem. And that was really a passion for both of us to pour into our community. Marcus lived there, I lived there, and to really create a sense of Black excellence, right? Our models were the Studio Museum, the Apollo Theater, the Schomburg Center for Black Research, Sylvia's, these were the places that we aspired to follow after and to emulate, to bring quality and excellence to our neighborhood in Harlem, which really many consider to be the center of Black culture for a lot of different reasons. And so that was our initial push to really do the art, do the music, do the food, everything really represent the best of our culture in Harlem. And so after, that was 10 years ago. And so there's been other businesses that we've done and other iterations. And then 5 years ago, we had an introduction to Overtown. I mean, we've been coming here to Miami for years. And it was a formal introduction to Overtown, to the CRA that was made. And they approached us and said, hey, we love what you've done in Harlem. We're going to do some revitalization here in Overtown. We want you to take a look. We want you to really come and consider us. And so we obviously were honored and humbled. And then we, and all of this sort of was coordinated with our business partner, Michael Simpkins. And Michael, a heavy investor here in Overtown, was really pivotal and inspirational for us. Say, hey, we love what you can add in terms of cultural value to what this neighborhood can revitalize and look like. Let's do something. And so that was it, and so I set out to design and set out to develop this concept that is Red Rooster Overtown, and really building from, again, the history of the rich history of this neighborhood of Overtown, the music of Sam Cooke, of the Bassies and the Rethas, and really kind of looking at the Lyric Theater as another beacon for us to partner with, and all of the other great people and nonprofits and institutions that have been here doing the work since this neighborhood was sort of, the highway.
After the highway, right? That street got designated.
Exactly. So it's really been another passion and endeavor for us to pour into our community, right? To pour into another space for us to represent Black excellence, and that's sort of where that brings us here today.
And that's incredible. I'm sorry, your second location is Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, just
there was another location in London, right? Then in a striving sort of marginalized community in London, but in the U.S., this is the second location. Yes.
Awesome. You have some New Yorkers in the building. Miss Blue 923 is someone that we've spent time together. Red Rooster, so New Yorkers in the building.
So Derick, I have a short clip that I'm going to play for the folks that shows Red Rooster's brand. And while I show that, Derick, if you can probably move to a better location, because we're getting a lot of feedback from the location with the connection. So you're going in.
The mic or the feedback for the mic or the light?
I think it's the connection.
Okay. Okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm not losing him.
No, it's not that I'm losing him. It's like a delay. Like I can hear him, but it's like choppy. Like he's choppy here and there.
Is it? Yeah. No, it's fine on this end.
But I'm getting to choppiness from you, StarX. Like you're a little bit.
You're right. You are coming in and out for.
Oh, okay. Well, Derick, you're fine. When you moved, I can hear you better. Okay, so okay, wonderful. So let me play you guys this really brief clip.
StarX.
This really, huh?
I said I'll let you know, StarX, if I get the choppiness on my end, and then
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you go, guys. Just that idea of what this incredible brand is. For those of you who have not been to Harlem location, this is a really quick clip that can let you know what you're in store for.
Yeah, everybody else says they got him fine. Thank you, Don. Yeah, it is StarX's connection. All right.
All right, we're here. We're a few minutes away. No, we're a few hours away from Obama coming to have dinner here tonight. And if you see outside here, we've got a billboard of the president cut out. The whole community is showing up here. They want to get their videos there. There's a pretty popular scene going on outside. So the best part about it is that it's a really positive mood. Everyone's very excited. I think all of Harlem is very enthusiastic. What we're seeing today is something very special because since this morning, we've had people come here and give us shirts, letters, and hats.
Yeah, that's definitely your connection, StarX, sadly. Mike William? Miss Blue, the 2 train. Yes, Queen. Yes. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, I was gonna say I just texted him to see if I can share it again. Okay, maybe. Okay, I think we're back.
Right next door, they have a French and American flag. That's kind of cool to put the U.S. flag out there, right? Then you have someone get one and just post it up somewhere. I think it'd be kind of cool.
Do we refer to as
I don't know if you can see it.
That's the first lady, or
If it's
stick to the first lady?
you can call me Mrs. Obama.
Mrs. Obama. Okay, just Mr. Obama.
Oh,
Good. So that's it. Tracey's probably the only one that's going to have the.
it was.
Refer to a lot of things, but that's not company.
Little buffered, but you get the idea. We'll put the link for the video on YouTube And then you all can go check it out after the show. But lots of love for you, Derick, over here. Big Cube from the band The Elements is shouting you out as well. They're local. They're local. You're familiar with them. I'm looking forward to seeing them at Red Rooster. Yes, that's gonna be a good one. I love them. I love them. They've been on.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just a little quick intro of Red Rooster. So Derick, we talked a little bit about the space, and guys, we'll be doing a review at 4:30 of the space so that you guys can finally see the much.
So when is your grand opening?
Well, we really wish that we could, grand opening could be today, right? Like, we are enthusiastic about being in our space and being in the neighborhood, and but we are dealing with, obviously the pandemic. We're dealing with the city of Miami and what it is allowing us to do. We really want to, if you've been to Rooster in Harlem, you understand a lot of that experience is about the vibe, and a lot of it is about the connection and the energy of the people who are there, coming into that bar, coming into that space and feeling like you've arrived, you're home. And so if we're caught in the situation where you can't have a bar, right, which is the situation we're in right now with phase one, there is no bar. There's 6 feet distance between tables, everyone, and so we just really need to get to a place where the environment is conducive to the type of experience that we want people to walk away with from Rooster, and we want our staff to be safe. We want our guests to be